So this won't be a couple minutes. But I watch a guy named, I forget his first name is Doss, but it's under Doss Discourse. He's a data scientist. And he had one today. I didn't check the date on it, but just came through. Just saw it on YouTube not too long ago. And he made a great point. He said, you know, some people, and let me preface it. So his whole video was about one of these right-wing female podcaster influencers, political influencers, was in a debate and openly said, and yes, she said this in the debate, because the person she was debating was coming with, well, Pew Research says, well, the Labor and Statistics says, and the study was done by this, and here's the results, and given actual data. And when she would make a claim, he's like, where's that coming from? Like, what source? And she's like, well, you know, I tried searching out there, but all data, all the analysts out there are biased. All the studies are biased. And so I haven't found one that a conservative have done to show why, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so he did this thing about, you know, the scientific theory and how a good scientist, of any scientist, if they have a hypothesis or their idea of why something is, they want to stress test it by poking holes in it or finding plot holes in their hypothesis. So that's how they do. They actually want to prove themselves wrong. So they go to find alternate, you know, sources, everything. So great point. He made some great points. And he's like, so some people I think are just haven't, you know, pulled from the right sources, or they're not thinking correctly, or they're not pulling data correctly, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. He went through some different things, but it got me thinking. I think some people are just woefully ignorant and willfully ignorant. And the reason I say that is because over the summer, or over the last year, I guess, we've had different ICE murders where MAGA people were literally saying, don't believe your own eyes. Straight through on video. Like, take Alex Preddy on the ground. They said, well, he kicked a thing. Yeah, 10 days before, he kicked a vehicle's thing. So execute the guy 10 days later? Well, no, it just showed he's violent. No, look at exactly what happened when it happened. He was down on the ground with 6 guys on him, and then gets executed in the back. In the back. For trying to help up a woman that an ICE officer shoved to the ground. So that's what happened. We all saw it. Everything's witnessed. Dude, we literally had MAGA out there saying, oh, he was super aggressive. He was resisting arrest. He had a gun. He pulled a gun on an officer. None of that was in the video that we all watched. So the party that's telling you don't believe your own eyes, they have to be willfully ignorant, which means they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know data. They don't want to know facts. They don't want to know anything but whatever tickles those ears. That's why Jesus said, be warned that there will be those that just want their ears tickled. And that's what they're getting. They're getting their ears tickled. Oh, here's who you get to hate. Here's who you get to push your inequities off onto. Here's our enemy or our target, so you don't pay attention while the oligarchies got their hands stuck in your wallet. You know, they're against all these data centers, but guess what? The oligarchy's paying for that, stealing that, while making you mad at immigrants, so you don't even care. So that's why I think they're willfully ignorant. When they tell you don't believe your own eyes, that's at that point just tells me that they are willfully doing what they're doing. And I don't get it. You know, from a Christian aspect, I just do not understand, you know, MAGA people that are okay with people being executed. And that's why I said it's so crazy watching these same people. So in West Virginia, I don't know his title and position. I read over the article, but it's a Republican official that was soliciting sex of a minor, and lots of lewd stuff and pictures and all. I mean, just bad. And you already had the immediate Republicans out there going, well, he hasn't been proven guilty. It's innocent until proven guilty. It's, blah, blah, blah. Minimum, this dude should be on suspend. Nowhere near helping making laws or legislation. Not somebody like that, with that kind of character. But the Tate brothers are my Conor McGregor. Okay, so let's go Conor McGregor first. So this dude violently rapes a lady in Ireland, gets found guilty, has to pay her all this money, get in civil court. MAGA people, oh, she was just a money-hungry whore. That's all she was, a money-grabbing whore. And defend that. You got Conor McGregor out there before he got saved, bragging about, bitches just do what I say, because that's me. I'm Conor McGregor, so bitches do what I say. You have the Tate brothers on record talking about how, agreeing that, yes, they are pimps, and that, yes, they know how to psychologically trap women to be able to get them to do their bidding. And then you're like, well, let's wait for this all to play out. I don't think they're guilty. They help a lot of young men. Help men? They basically tell men that the reason why they're not getting laid is because women are bitches. And not because they're little fucking incels playing their damn video games and don't know how to interact with their next door neighbor. So, yeah, no. Tate brothers are just bad people. Bad. Horrible. Dude got kicked off of the show because of sexual misconduct and assaults. I don't know the whole story behind it, so I can't comment behind it because I never followed any of those reality shows. But one of the Tate brothers got kicked off the show. I know it was because something deemed inappropriate sexually. Oh, but he wouldn't rape a woman. MAGA people, I just don't get MAGA people. And that's why I posted, I don't get it. They're so quick to, oh yeah, Alex Pretty deserved it. That guy resisting arrest, shoot him in the back, shoot him again, shoot all those they fucked around and found out. FAFO, libtards. This is what happens. You have Tom Homan up there, yeah, and if they don't comply, there's gonna be more blood, more blood. Oh, but give the Tate brothers their due. Give them their respect and peace. And Trump better do something. Because, Trump's son Barron, Tate's one of his good buddies. Because all these fucking whacked out, evil, sadistic people hang out together. You said it's some cabal. It is. And these are the dudes. And this is why they all, birds of a feather flock together. We all know the expression. But then we know expression follow the money. But we follow the money, it leads right to Trump and corruption. They say, well, no, but not that. But not that. Everything else follow the money, but not when it comes to that. Dude, I just don't get it at this point. And that's why I said they're willfully ignorant. Willfully. They're intentionally. And something's broken. Something's got to be broken up there. For people to view humanity that way. To be like, oh, well, about, well, he had 20 years to get his citizenship, so fuck it. Who cares the fact that he's got 3 kids, working hard, goes to church, maybe sat next to me in church? Fuck that dude. Get him ice. Ice, ice, baby. Get him ice. Tate brothers. Sex trafficking women. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, that's the Tate brothers. Do y'all have a political, thing against him? It's all just a hit job. Yeah, ignore the fact that he's basically said, he wipes his phone every night so that there's no incriminating evidence against him. What? On a podcast said that. Trump, I just grab women by the pussy. They love it. Oh, when you're rich, you can just do that. And people go, yeah, you know, you're right there. He's right. You know, women will just let rich. No. Women don't want to just be grabbed by the fucking pussy, no matter how much money you got, you ignorant fucks. And the fact that you sit there and justify that, oh, that's just how us guys talk in the locker rooms. No, that's not. That's how evil, sadistic, warped-headed, something broken up here people talk. But not real men. Don't talk about fucking just sexually assaulting women. They say somebody's hot, I'd like to go out with her, I'd like to get with her, I like blah, blah. But no, never have I ever in my life been around somebody, or, and yes, if what somebody I knew that was a friend said, oh man, no, it's cool, you just go up, just grab her right by the pussy. That's what I do. I'd be like, fuck, you're not my friend anymore, bro. No. That's unacceptable behavior. That's a morality difference that I can love you as a person. You do your thing, go your way, but I cannot be friends with that. No. But yeah, no, people I hung around didn't say shit like that. So for you to say and acknowledge, oh, that's just locker room talk, that means you talk like that. It means you're a piece of shit. That means you're not a Christian. And that means you're willfully ignorant, willfully, because this is who you are in your soul. In your soul, you're not a good person. Especially the fact that, and then you say, well, I didn't vote for him for this or that. He was just the lesser of the two and blah, the lesser of the two. He ran on, they're eating your pets and dehumanizing people. That's what he ran on. He ran on no new wars. He ran on, he said get inflation down, but guess what? A lot of people don't even look, but go and search. It's on the U.S. data. You can look it up anywhere on all the census bureaus and all the data bureaus, labor statistics, all this. Our inflation rate peaked at the height of COVID. In fact, it even peaked a little bit earlier than other of the top G7, G20 countries, top economic countries in the world. All experienced it. We got ours under control and started coming down. And when Trump inherited was an inflation meter going down that had just hit between 2.9 to 3% when he took office. Then he starts tariffing shit, and it ticks back up. Then he goes to war with Iran, ticks back up. And then touts when he has a month that he's at 3.5%. Touts when he ran on a campaign of, I'm going to bring it down day one. Well, I didn't vote for him. But then why didn't you vote for him? I just don't get it. Well, versus Harris, what about her? Educated. Go look at her record as the DA, because that's what somebody brought up about San Francisco. Oh, well, during this, it used to be this place that was so safe. There wasn't this, the criminal, blah, blah, blah. And you go, yeah, who was DA then? Kamala Harris. When it was at its peak of optimal. So she had that. She had people vote her in. No, she slept her way in. She slept with 3 million voters in California to become a senator. She slept her. That's where I'm just like, these people are, they're willfully ignorant, willfully. So a guy that never ran, no background in anything except failed businesses, raping women, and many bankruptcies that he walks out of extremely rich. But the company's bankrupt. Employees don't get paid. Everybody else is fucked and screwed. Kind of like what's happening to Who's Doing in America right now, running up huge debts. Well, he's making billions. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Any other president in the history of the U.S. having things like this, people be pitchforks marching on the Capitol. But because it's Trump, it's, you just have TDS. No, you're willfully ignorant. Willfully. And that's the only thing I can think, man. They're eating your pets intentionally to dehumanize a group of people so that way you view them as a lower class group of people. And once you view people as a secondary class, you can do whatever the fuck you want to them. Humanity has proven that throughout our history, including the United States. So dehumanize them, get them not viewed as equal to you, and then you can treat them any which way you fucking want. And he reached out to that. He said that. They're eating your pets, which was a bull-faced lie. Trumpers parroted it for almost a month, even though it was proven to be a lie. And then they still they wanted it to be true so much that they kept denying all the evidence, showing, no, this was this lady, Cincinnati, here's the article, here's the list, here's what's been proven. And they're like, no, somebody's making, no. They wanted to believe it so bad that they denied the truth. So that's where I was like, back to him, is in DOS Discourse. If you go look him up too, he's great. Does some great content. But that's where I said it. I don't think it's just uneducated. I think it's willful at this point. It's willful. So what can be done? The only thing I know that can be done is vote November, vote blue, get MAGA out, squash them back, and take back the country from what this, you know, you say we're a Christian nation. That's a funny thing, MAGA. We're a Christian nation. Okay, Canada. When California was burning, Trump's blaming liberals for the California burning, while Canada is sending people down to help. Trump's denying aid because they didn't vote for him. He's done that many a time, denied aid because they didn't vote for him. So now they're less of a human. They're not worthy of federal assistance. Canada sent aid. Now, when Canada's having the same, some fires burning, which, by the way, is also burning in the U.S., there's a lot of acreage in the U.S. on fire that were involved in these fires. Instead of sending aid, it's threatening terrorists. And, yeah, and how can keep your smoke up there, and, yeah, look what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Canada needs to pay. Christians? This is Christians talking. This is the party of Christians. The ones that will back up Tate brothers and go look at some of the things they said. It's the most vile stuff that you'll ever hear coming out of a person's mouth. Definitely not Christian. But they love the guys. J.D. Vance goes on national TV and says, not national, Joe Rogan. I think he was on Joe Rogan. But he says, yeah, I don't think, what was the big deal? A fighter makes a little joke and everybody's all up in an uproar. Not a little joke. It's a misogynistic slur that's been slandered over and over and over. And the only reason he did it specifically was to appease you and Trump, because that's the people that you are, which is not Christian by any means. And MAGA, loving these people, not Christian by any means. By any means. You can claim you're imperfect and, this and that. But dude, you're ignoring your eyes to be willfully ignorant, to be hateful, to revel in families being ripped apart. They built Alcatraz Alley, and you all went down there and posed with it. Posed with the photo of it. We're making alligator jokes, this and that. While our president and Laura Loomer were saying that all Hispanics, 59 million, she said, meals ready, which is the entire population of every Hispanic, legal or not, in the United States, to alligators. And you laughed. You thought my family being fed to alligators is pretty damn funny. What a good joke. Christians. These people call themselves Christians, man. I just don't get it. And that's why I reject. If you want to make that if that's your version of Christianity and you think that a government should be run that way, fuck you. Totally, fuck you. Because everything you are is not loving, not Christian, not a good person at all, willfully ignorant. And you know, you yelled for DEI, and oh, all these people got their jobs because DEI. But yet, we now have the single most uniquely unqualified cabinet ever. And that's not me exaggerating just because, you know, oh, I'm a libtard, I'm blah, blah, blah. If you go by resume, they are the most uniquely unqualified in the history of our country. Yes, that's a fact. It's not me just throwing this, that's a fact. And people that have no experience in anything, meritocracy. People that have 2 degrees, 20 years experience. Oh, but they're black, so DEI. They only got it because of DEI. And then you cry like a bitch when you're pointed out how that's racist as fuck to say. Because you're ignoring their abilities. And then you turn around and are okay with a guy leading leading cabinets that has no degree, no history, no background, nothing in that field. Nothing. Meritocracy. Fuck your meritocracy. Because all your meritocracy is a racist white fucking cowboy boy down that can work with his hands, so obviously he's qualified to run a cabinet. Fuck your meritocracy. And that's just, at this point, they're willfully ignorant. That's it, 100%. Because all the evidence is there, willfully ignorant.